workshops in skills and trades like pottery, knitting, fabric dyeing, weaving, soap making, business startup, bread making, teaching, all those sorts of things. Be able to share experiences and talk and work through their struggles kind of together. One of the main goals would be to get women out of the internally displaced camps where there are just massive people with no food and just really working, but not kind of lost in a jumble, been displaced, and learn organic farming skills and animal husbandry, confidence, a renewed confidence and ownership of themselves and a future community. And this would be somewhere between a 6 months or a 1 year type of program, and it'd be like a multi-phase process, and get a strong heart again. So that's kind of the goals of the community, and hopefully also that the women would come out of it being able to form new communities, basically a community to form communities, to be able to speak about what you want and have independence and kind of
I forgot to tell you about the scarecrow.
Be able to know what it is you want and be able to speak about it and say what you want and what you want to do and have confidence in that.
Has 97 single-family homes, all around 2,000 square feet or more, or less, 3 or 4 unit condominiums. And there's really just a lack of social capital here. And so it makes it really challenging for me to kind of present this idea if I were to present it to them, because it requires a total change in ideology. But I think that these people can be inspired by the opportunity to create a new reputation for themselves, to do something innovative by teaching each other and being leaders and setting examples. So this is the current community. It includes a large set of woods and a park with tennis courts, which is nice.
And the waterfront houses a part of the community.
Yeah,
Right?
where's the lake from?
The lake is right here. Whoop. Right here. But the cutoff of the neighborhood is actually this road. So these are all private properties.
Oh, that's interesting.
So there is some beach access here. There's a path and a
So everybody has access to
So
the
everybody
lake?
in here has access to this tiny little patch here. So
Just living on the beach, or that whole idea. And I love the climate, and I just think it's a great place. So I kind of designed this as an ideal place for me to live eventually if this ever were to be created. So some of my goals were that I wanted everyone to live peacefully with themselves and their neighbors. Also foster strong community interaction, harvesting energy and tranquility. And so basically this is an overview of the entire area. I'm not going to want to give them up for much smaller property and also losing their homes. So I decided it would just be easier to just include this themselves, and maybe it wouldn't naturally have to happen. So originally this is just a park and a parking lot, and right on the beach, as you can tell. And basically, some of the activities I really wanted to include were growing fruits and vegetables, and I know that was a problem because living on the ocean, salt water, maybe not great soil, it's not the easiest way to do things. So in my community, centrally located, I have a really large greenhouse, and that would be really, maintained, and it would mostly be to keep the air quality, nice and fresh and not have it be salt air. But actually I found through some research that a lot of plants and vegetables would grow really well if potted or especially in a greenhouse. So some of those include tomatoes and broccoli and blueberries and blackberries and pretty much everything else that we already grow. So I think that would definitely be a step towards self-sufficiency. So in this community, I have 12 homes, and they're all single family, and I want them to range. I mean, this is roughly what they would take up for space. But
I wanted to do something that was a community and a prosperous farm as well. And the farm that I'm familiar with, that I work with, is actually somewhat communal compared to others, because it actually is owned by all different members of the family, own small portions of the farm. So their family community is very strong in that. So that's kind of what got the main inspiration out there. I also drew some inspiration from this community, as well as some Malcolm Wells works that I have been reading. So this is what came out. This is located in North Carolina. It's based around a central hill, and these are crops. So it's kind of a diverse farm. These are snap peas. This is corn, tomatoes, berries, and black-eyed peas. So each resident is responsible for their plot of land, hiring the necessary employees, taking care of it in general, and is responsible for that portion. I would say. So Wheelshire Farms is intended to be a farm community which is communal, responsible, respectful, innovative, and prosperous. It's one that will stand the test of time and will adapt to the growing and changes of technology and trends, while still respecting the land which provides the fuel for the community to continue. It is intended to operate as a community farm in which general duties are divided among the residents and owners and the profits shared among them. It is also meant to serve as a positive, progressive, helpful, and responsible neighborhood, utilizing a system in which each family cultivates unique products. We intend to create a diverse and equal business model. Much of the space on the property will be used for the bettering of the sense of community and will not be used for business purposes. The community is first and foremost dedicated to the happiness of its residents, as well as the respect for land, utilizing alternative energy sources, and minimizing consumption.
Well, this has been a great summer studio. Rachel, Mandy, Amanda, and Dean, it's been a pleasure to have you here in my home, and a real pleasure to see the wonderful work that you've all done. You should be proud and stop by for cappuccino anytime. Take care, you guys.